up YouTube? D-Rec here with Alliance Rift Gaming Network, and I'm finally doing my very own box opening for the new G-BT11 Demonic Advent booster set. I will have a speed unboxing video shortly after this one comes out, and then a bunch of other videos after that, so just stay tuned. This one's going to be really fun. So, getting right into it first. So let's see what we can pull. I did open a box already on my own, and I pulled the Shiranui SP pack, which is beautiful. Bringing everything in the world SP is so nice. So hopefully we can pull some good stuff in this one too, though I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as that one. So moving right into the right side of the box first. Away. Put this off to the side right here. Got Fuki, Dark Regulars, Grade 2. No, this is kind of like for Fang, so that's kind of cool. The Seal Dragon Draw Trigger reprint, a new heal, Mon Rare, and a Kagero Rare. So, I'm really interested in the Shiranui stuff, like everyone else, so hopefully we can pull more foils for that. I know watching Car Protagonist's video was a lot of the OTT stuff, so I don't know, that's wrong set. There's a lot of the Kagero stuff, so I don't want to see too much of that. The Kagero stuff I don't think is worth much in the English version, in my opinion, so moving right along. We got one Detect Angel to here, another ZTB support card. I don't know, a lot of people said that it's kind of like meh for Fang, but it looks like it could be solid. The vanilla draw, the new Strike Fighter, and a double rare Lian. Really solid card. I'm excited that they made that as good as they did. You don't have to discard for the PG cost anymore, which is nice. But yeah, how many people would have loved to have preferred that they kept it just when it's placed on Guardian Circle instead of the from hand part? Because that would have comboed so well with Great Little Sage Marin. And you just Soul Blast 2 to PG, and especially on a turn where you're playing against D-Robos, you have two guard vectors, which is really nice. But that would have been too overpowered for Blasters as it is. Moving right along, we've got a new Amon support card. Ooh, and the Genesis Stride Ishtar. Nice. I'll put that down here below my triple rares. That's cool. So just real quick, let's see. Soul Blast 3, choose a face down card in your G-Zone, turn face up. When your Grade 1 or greater card is revealed during your drive check, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to the same number of units as the number of face up Goddess of Investigation Ishtar in your G-Zone. Until the end of turn, they get plus 3,000 power. And if the card reveal with that drive check has the Revelation ability, stand those rear guards. Really solid card. It's like a really cool ping off the Wiseman loop, because if you don't have Wiseman, this is kind of like your backup, so you play all the new Revelation stuff, and you can still play the Wiseman loop in the deck. So if you don't get that, then you have this, which is not as good, but still pretty darn good. So you're swinging like 5-6 times in a turn with this rather than 8 to 10 times with the same card. So still really solid card, and I think that playing it in Fenrir Wiseman is going to be pretty brutal. Might shift up the meta a little bit just because of how good that can combo with Fenrir. So next pack, some Genesis, Kagero, Yubatama, the Dark Knight reprint card, nice, and then 2 rares, not too bad. For those of you who want to see it, the new Stride Enabler for Dr. Eggs, and then the G-Guard. I like that they made G-Guards rares this time around instead of double rares, because they're okay, but, you know, there are plenty of other cards that would be better as a double rare than a G-Guard, so it's good that they did it that way this time around. Moving on. Yeah. And we got the Amon Stride. I still think this card is really, really solid. Gets +5 for every 5 cards in your soul. It's basically the same as the skill, except it's every 5 instead of every 1. But you're still getting the same amount of power regardless. And then, because of how Amon works, you're going to get 20 in the soul, so killing 2 off your opponent's side is going to be really solid, and the crit, already good. It works with the Stride really well. Next pack. And 2 rares. 10 rares is a really solid card, but I think it's going to be more useful once set 12 comes out. So, moving on. Another Silver Dragon Draw Trigger. Another Dark Rag. Ooh, and a Gancelot. Already a solid pull. It's like $30 right off the release of the set, so that's good. So, everyone should know what he does at this point. It's been pretty hype for about any Blaster player, so, but really helps Blasters, you know, kind of get around some of the kill decks like Kagero and Narukami. So, just to go over it real quick. Auto when this unit attacks. If you have a hard card with Alfred or Blaster, its card name, countercharge 1. And then until the end of the battle, he gets drive +1. And if you have a face-up card in your G-Zone, an extra crit. And then when he's in the G-Zone face-up, all your Blaster Blade rear guards gain resist during your turn, which is really solid. So, no more worrying about getting denial chickened or bulwarked during my turn. Moving right along. Move this a little bit. There we go. Right there. The cards I'm trying to show in the middle. There we go. And then, oh, a new Halal copy. Oh, and 2 foils in the same box. Yeah, one of the Flare Trooper PG, and then the Colossus Stride Break Grade 3. Moving into the last half of the box. Now this can go. So. I know they made a new Legion for Witches, and I was kind of like taken aback. I was like, they're still doing Legions? I mean, some decks still, you know, use Legion, like X-End, or if you're playing the Great, it's still worth, but I couldn't see them making more Legions for the game. So 2 rares, nothing solid. This guy I think is pretty cool. He's basically a mini Amon, but goes to the soul after. So I think you could play this with I think it was Still Vampire? Not Still Vampire, the one that gets +5, and then freaking, what's it called? Old double rare. Ah, jeez. I can't remember his name. The Oracle Think Tank dude that gets grade 0 restrict. It'll come to me. If it doesn't come to me by the end of this video, just someone put it in the comments, and I'm just gonna have a dumb moment. I'm not gonna Google it right now just because doing this, but someone put it in the comments if I don't remember it by the end of this video. So, it's still embarrassing. It's been out this long and playing this long, and I still don't remember what that card's called. So I'll remember it by the end of this video, but if I don't, you know, someone do that. Spare me the humility. And then the Dark Regulars, Quintet Wall, and then a Lou. Lou's for a rare really solid, and I think he's already $1 as a rare. He's really a solid card, just you need a skill. When he's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you choose a card with Blaster Blade in your drop zone, and you put it to the bottom of your deck. If you do, he gets +5. So put him in front of anything, it's already over 21, so really solid first turn play. And then continuous Rearguard Guardian Circle, if you have an Alfred or Blaster Vanguard, he gains +5k shield and intercept, so he's basically a grade 2 equivalent at this point, even though he's a grade 3, so I play him at 1 right now. I might take out Alfred, but I like having the Anti-Link Joker out with Holy Squire, so I'm going to keep that in as long as I can until it becomes unplayable in terms of like speed or consistency or whatever. So moving right along. Hysteric Shirley reprint. I think this art is so much better. That just might be because it looks like, you know, looks more feminine than the other one. The other one looks very, like, fiendish. But, I don't know. It's just the way that they're taking their art direction. Ooh, we have a foil. Gross. The worst trick where you can get. It's like $1. The Howbox. The Brave Stride, that's pretty meh. Could have pulled anything else, but this card's garbage. Would have preferred to see a Cohen than that card. At least Cohen's worth something, and he's a solid card. So, get this shit right out of here. So, I think playing one of this card, I think it's solid. Just a good counter charger or soul charger. Lets you set up for Little Great Sage Marin or Leanne, or if you need a counter blast because you're going like really deep into your counter blasts on like a grade 2 turn, then it gets you some sort of comeback when you go on your first stride, so you can counter charge 2 on a Peace Saver turn or whatever. Really solid. And I know this was drawn by an artist, Lux, or just a random fan, but it's okay, I suppose, for Crayon Elemental. And then 2 rares, the Dark Reg G-Guard and the Kagero Rare Stride. Oh, the Steel Dragon Stride. So, for those of you who want to see more Steel Dragon stuff, hopefully it's good. I haven't tested this stuff out yet, so I don't know how good it works. But you know, if you ask some people that play the deck, just leave a nice little comment down below with your deck list or whatnot. Might do some coverage for the deck if a lot of people like it. So moving right along. Let's dig in. That's not bad. PX and I Soul Charge a PG, that'd be solid. And we got ourselves a double rare. So this is the Gear Chronicle new Quintet Wall. I still think the other one's a million times better from the Gear Chronicle Extra Booster. We got ourselves a Cruising Dragon. So it's like an okay version of Oogler without the timely version, but still a solid card. And it doesn't have to hit, I don't think. Yeah, it just lets you add cards to hand and then put the rest in the bottom of your deck. So it's literally just a check top 3, add 1 for a counter blast, which is solid. Lets you kind of search your deck out a little bit for something you want to add to hand. And then it's an 11k attacker, so that's solid too. Moving along. Oh, this is the thing that lets you soul charge too. That's solid. Okay. Oh, this is your other counter charger for Chiranui. So if you really want to play the new one that lets you do stuff on this guy, play this guy, then you can play this and you play the crit right here actually. So you play these two, and that's kind of your counter charge engine right there. Because I know the deck uses a lot of counter blasts with just between Mugen Lord, the grade 2 from the trial deck, and then Magen Tenru and Mugenlord. So play that, and then you play a bunch of other stuff, and you're doing pretty solid. And then Nino for Revelation, and then the new Batama Stride. We have a few more. Can expect to pull one more triple rare, so I'm hoping that that is Ziegenberg, because that would make this box pretty worth. Oh, nope, well, we don't want to spoil that. No, I guess it's too late. I'm trying to get rid of the stupid little placeholder thing. But everyone kind of knows what I pulled there, so just got stuff here. The Witch, Quintet Wall, and then an Amaruta. Okay, I suppose it's like 15, 16. I guess I made my money back on this box, but yeah, it's alright. Freaking Tablox. That card is so trash. Value-wise, anyway. I'm pretty sure it has some usability in Brave, but Brave's just not solid right now. Just because after everyone kind of lost the hype for the Try 3 booster stuff, it kind of just fell off. Other cards just that came out for other clans became better, so Brave just kind of got pushed under the rug. It's still a solid deck. It still tops every now and then, but I think we got shafted. So I would say it's like a high tier 2 deck. It doesn't top all the time, but it has the potential to outdo a tier 1 deck, so it's still solid. But I wish it was a little bit better, because the value for all that stuff now is so tanked. Oh hey, another double rare, I suppose. Awesome. I wasn't expecting the last one. I thought it was only 5 to a box for whatever reason, but I guess it's still 6. So, yep, 6 double rares, the GR, and then Amaruta. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, these are the pulls from this. Oh, these are all the pulls. So, pretty worth box, I suppose. Alrighty. Like I said, I will have a speed unboxing video out soon, so stay tuned for that. But until then, this is D-Rec with Alliance Rift, and I will see you guys in that speed unboxing video. Peace out.